Chris has been called to a special animal sanctuary on the outskirts of Melbourne.
G'day, Pam.
Howdy.
To meet a fugitive in trouble.
How you going? Good to see you. Now, a sheep.
You've got to see this one, Chris. He's like nothing you've ever seen before. Poor fellow, he's only just come to us, and we really need your help because we've got to get him the best welfare outcome. He's in a bit of a bad way.
Let's have a look at him. Where is he?
He's over here.
Oh, yeah.
You'll pick him up straight away, yeah. Yeah.
Look at the size of him. When I first see this sheep, all I see is a big round mound of wool with a little face in the front. So where did he come from?
Legend has it that he survived the 2009 bushfires that in Kilmore East, and he's just been roaming through the bush since then.
So he's escaped shearing for, what, at least 5 years?
Yeah, it's amazing that he's alive today.
It's extraordinary he can even walk around with that amount of wool on.
It is, and you can see he's having a little bit of trouble walking there.
I mean, the worry I have is that he could have any sort of problem lurking underneath that wool. I mean, fly strike, any sort of skin infection in there. So really, before we even think about shearing, we need to work out whether he can handle shearing. Let's have a look at him.
Okay, as you can see our friend down here. His name's Ben Hall, and he's certainly a bit of a bushranger.
This sheep is named after a famous Australian bushranger, Ben Hall, who evaded capture for years and years and actually lived in this local area. You okay if I grab him?
Yeah, you hop in there.
Ben Hall, the bushranger, was eventually captured and justice was delivered. Catching this Ben Hall could prove to be even more difficult.
Well, it's Ben 1, Chris 0.
Let me get you fixed.
5-month-old Tora has been brought into the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH after a freak accident.
She was on hubby's ute on his way to work an hour away from home in Newcastle, and she snapped the collar and jumped out of the ute, and her leg's just virtually hanging off.
The terrified pup fled into the bush.
We used Facebook and we just plastered every sign and got everyone in the area to share it, and we weren't giving up on her.
After an agonising week, Tora was eventually found with shocking leg injuries.
Sarah, I'm Andrew.
How are you going?
Good. Who we got here?
Tora.
Hey, Tora. How are you? You had a rough time. That's no good. Andrew.
I'm Callie.
Callie, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, what's up? You've been falling off backs of things, trucks and things. That's no good, is it? Yeah. Come on in. Yowza. All right, let's have a look.
Specialist surgeon Dr. Andrew Marchevsky is hoping X-rays will tell him just how much damage Tora sustained in the fall.
So she's popped off the very top of her thigh bone in a hip joint.
Poor baby.
Looking at Tora's X-rays, I can see that she's got a fracture at the top of her hip. The hip's a ball and socket joint, and it's the ball that's actually got a crack in it and cracked off. These are really nasty fractures in people, and they're really painful, so she's going through hell, really. So really what we're going to need to do is just drive 3 relatively small, fine pins up there and get it all to attach.
Yeah. Whatever she needs done, we'll do.
All right. So you want to come and see where she's going to be?
I don't even want to think about leaving her right now, and I know she's in the right hands, but leaving her is not, just not something I want to do. I don't want to leave her.
Tora's surgery is scheduled for later today.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry.
But Andrew is already feeling the pressure.
The greatest fear I guess I have is this fracture might not come together. We might do this surgery and it might just fall apart in a couple of weeks' time. And that's a very real risk for her.
I just think 2 people, to be honest, aren't quite enough.
At Edgar's mission, Chris has met his match. He's trying to capture the infamous Ben Hall.
I don't like being beaten.
The wily fugitive sheep has spent 5 years on the run.
It was the be easier and quicker
We didn't want Chris to
to have you guys.
Ben is limping under the weight of his heavy fleece, and Chris is concerned the thick matted wool could be causing other health problems.
With 5 years of wool growth on top of Ben, there could be just about anything lurking underneath that fleece. From bacterial infections to parasite infestations, he could even be fly blown. Good job.
Putting the cuffs on now.
I know, it's like the law finally caught up with Ben Hall.
Chris, Pam and the boys now need to move their captive to the shed.
Yep. Let's go. So we'll walk him. Oh, he's bucking and everything.
But Ben's not going anywhere without a fight.
Okay, mate.
Okay, Ben.
Let's just go with it now. Come on.
Ben Hall is an incredible miracle. He's a testament to the will to live.
It's amazing. He's now taking 3 of us for a walk.
Just like you and I would try and survive the best we could out in the wild, Ben Hall has done that and he's done it admirably, but his time was up.
I'm going to try the impossible here. He's got, you know, a foot of wool there.
And that must be pulling on his skin too,
Yeah.
mustn't it, poor fellow? I couldn't believe when I put my hand in, it was the length of my arm, that much wool. That is an incredible amount of wool for a sheep to have when considering we shear them, it's about that much wool.
I'm trying to listen through a lot of wool, but I can just make out his heartbeat there. So, I mean, it's certainly elevated. Just everyday life for him is a stress at the moment. So let's shear him.
Okay, let's do it, yeah.
Fiercely protective Pam can't relax. She's now worried about how Ben will cope with being shorn.
Look, the worst case scenario with these sheep is that they could suffer a heart attack because of the stress that they're under. We're lucky that we've got Chris on hand to monitor him throughout the procedure. I wouldn't have peace of mind if we didn't have that happening today.
How are you? You're Shearer. Hey, Tony, I'm Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
You want a hand with that?
If you can grab my toolbox, that'd be good, thank you.
Yeah.
Shearer Tony Adams has now arrived to give runaway sheep Ben Hall his much-needed haircut.
Ever seen that much wool?
No. There's 4 or 5 years on him.
Yeah, that's what we think.
We are very, very fussy with anyone who is allowed near our animals, and we have the most wonderful shearer that we've found who's very gentle and compassionate with our sheep.
Should be right to tip him. Hello, mate. So you want to grab him all by yourself? Yep. Tony weighs about half of what I do, but seems to have about 3 times the skill when it comes to catching sheep, because he goes pretty close to nabbing Ben all by himself.
Usually, if you tilt the head one way, roll him his back end.
Yep.
Not a good look.
That's right. Pam?
It's quickly becoming obvious why Ben has been so hard to subdue.
He's a ram. He's all man. The first thing we notice the moment Ben goes onto his back, well, it's hard to ignore. He has enormous testicles. Wow, that's quite something. Most lambs have something called lamb marking, where they're castrated, they're given an ear tag, they're drenched, they get the full works. Obviously, Ben wasn't around for that day. He escaped with everything intact.
See that? Another month and that'll be fly struck.
Yeah.
All through here. You're lucky, mate.
He's always going to find this overwhelming. There's just no real other option. Shearing isn't just like a simple haircut. For a sheep, it's a full-on audio-visual experience. The stress of those sounds and being forced into a new position for that period of time, it can be enough to cause a heart attack, which can kill him.
Come on, little Tora. Time for sleep. Time for sleep.
At SASH, 4-month-old Tora urgently needs an operation to try to repair her badly fractured hip. But first, specialist surgeon Dr. Andrew Marchevsky needs to x-ray the staffy.
The big problem we've got with Tora is not only that she's got a fracture, but it's been sitting there for a week trying to heal, and it's probably trying to heal in the wrong spot. So I've got to get some x-rays so I know exactly what's going on. Good girl. You're all right. Oh, wow. I mean, these x-rays just show that she's got really nasty fracture and the bone ends are quite a long way away from each other. We're going to basically have to get that to fit back into that little part of the bone there. It's going to be tricky.
Tora is wheeled immediately into surgery.
Righto, let's go. What I've got to do with Tora's fracture is I've got to get the fragments in as close to perfect anatomical alignment as possible and then drive pins across between those two fragments to keep it in that spot so it can heal as best it can. God, that's a real mess.
But as soon as Andrew gets access to the broken bones, it's clear that this repair isn't going to be easy.
Can we just take a photo? Now you can see that the bone ends are already smoothed off and they're not how they should be, so we're not going to get a nice jigsaw fit, which is what I was really hoping for. But yeah, we'll do the best we can.
As the minutes tick by, the frustration is building.
Just not wanting to go in the right spot.
Andrew is struggling to pull Tora's tiny bones together.
Those bones are really, really fragile and brittle. And if we're not really careful, it's possible that we could shatter the fragments and that would just be, that would be a disaster.
Let's just give him a quick little check halfway through now, mate. Just...
At Edgar's mission, Chris is closely monitoring Ben Hall to make sure the shock of a long overdue shearing doesn't lead to a heart attack.
For an animal like him, who's a prey animal, to be held and restrained and not being able to move, that's one step away from being eaten by a predator, so it's incredibly stressful for the animal.
Okay, he's coping. Yep. All right.
He's coping better than me, I'm very stressed.
I can tell. Do you want to put it on you as well?
Tony is struggling to remove 5 years' worth of heavy matted wool.
The biggest challenge that Tony's facing is the weight of that fleece is pulling on the skin. Each time it pulls the skin out, it means that those shears of Tony's all too easily nick the skin. It's the unfortunate byproduct of how much wool Ben's carrying. Wow, amazing job.
I hope you feel better, mate.
That's a great outcome. Oh, and he's having a wee. Great.
Probably never felt so easy, has it?
That's right, yeah. Wow.
Once Tony is finished, the pile of wool is bigger than Ben. And Ben's not a small sheep, so it's time to weigh it.
He was carrying that around.
It's decent,
No wonder he's fit.
Yeah. You got any scales, Pam? There you go. Almost 18 kilos. Not bad. Is that your biggest ever?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely a fit boy.
With Ben's excess wool removed, Chris is anxious to investigate what's causing his nasty limp.
God, you're strong. Come here, buddy boy.
Yeah, you can see he's not liking that.
Another suction back on, please.
At SASH, Specialist Surgeon Dr. Andrew Marchevsky is struggling to repair Tora's shattered hip.
We're having a little bit of difficulty getting the fragments of this fracture back into the right spot. I'm not particularly surprised. 5 days doesn't sound like a long time, but it's a long time for a young dog and a nasty fracture.
The 4-month-old Staffy was injured when she jumped from a moving vehicle, and realigning her bones is proving extremely difficult.
I'm getting a little frustrated with this because I'm trying to get it as perfect as I can, and that's a really important part of this surgery, but it's just not getting there. All the way in. Yep. Okay.
Finally, after an hour of incredibly painstaking work, Andrew has managed to realign the bones.
So So we've got the fragments basically in the right spot. It's not perfect, but we're just not going to be able to get it there. So we're going to start driving some pins in and see if we can get the fragments to stay together nice and solidly.
Andrew will now use a fluoroscopy or lifetime X-ray to ensure the pins are inserted in the correct position.
Just go a little bit further on that, so you can just see that pin's going into that other fragment now. So you just need to push it a little bit further. Don't move. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm happy with that pin is, and the actual alignment of the fracture's pretty good. So now we've just got to get another couple of pins in there to make it nice and stable. Go. Right, that's the last one. Okay, we've got all 3 pins in. I'm really happy with the position, and we're now just closing up all the soft tissue, and we can start to wake her up. Okay, well that's finished. Let's have a feel. All right, that's good. We've done the best job that we possibly could, but it was still there a week, and we've still got some worries ahead of us because it'll be 2 or 3 weeks before we know if we've been successful. It's not over yet. We just have to wait.
You're coping well. Oh, it's okay. Settle down.
I mean, immediately he's actually quite hesitant about me grabbing this leg.
At Edgar's mission, Chris is trying to pinpoint the cause of Ben Hall's painful limp.
So he's got some arthritis in this elbow joint of his.
Right.
Now, that could be the result of an injury he's picked up, or it could be wear and tear. I'd say it's probably a little bit of both. With dogs and cats, what we say with arthritis is get them to lose weight. He just lost 18 kilos.
Yeah.
So he's going to immediately feel better on that leg.
Yeah.
Because he's not having to carry the weights around.
With the additional help of an anti-inflammatory, Ben's limp should soon be a thing of the past.
He's been through an enormous ordeal today, an enormous ordeal. But he's one tough sheep. He's probably the toughest sheep you'll ever meet, our Ben Hall.
It's going to look like a purple Dalmatian.
To finish, Chris is applying antiseptic spray to help heal Ben's skin and prescribing some extra special TLC.
So he's pretty close to being back on track now. His life's taken a dramatic change.
Yeah.
The one thing I'd recommend, though, is that he stays in here for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
It would be like, right now, for him, taking a kid from the deserts of Australia and all of a sudden he's gone to Antarctica.
Yeah, wow.
It seems ridiculous because it's quite mild right now.
Yeah.
But for him, that's just been a huge change. While being shorn does seem like the end of Ben Hall's criminal ways, I wouldn't be so sure. It's been a real team effort.
Yeah.
But I think our fugitive is going to be feeling fine. I mean, he's already...
He's ready to go.
Yeah. I'd be reinforcing the fences at Edgar's mission because this guy knows how to escape. He likes his freedom. He'll be looking for it again.
There you are. Hi, Tora. How are you? You had a big day yesterday, didn't you? You feeling all right?
Next day at SASH, little Tora is recovering from the surgery to repair her shattered hip.
Poor little Tora, she's been through so much. She's fallen out the back of a ute, she's broken hips, and then she's had to undergo a major surgery. With a poor little puppy that's been through that much, you're always a little bit worried how they're going to recover. Hey, you're so much happier. Can I have a bit of a feel? Good girl. Good girl. That does feel better, doesn't it, sweetie? Tora's really, really bright this morning. I think she was obviously in a whole heap of pain before, and now that we've fixed the fracture, it's just already feeling much better. And I'm really pleased with how she's going.
The staffy is in good spirits, but Andrew wants to keep the pup as quiet as possible to give the injury the best chance to heal.
Tora thinks that she's just about fixed now and wants to start running around like a normal 4-month-old puppy, but she's not fixed, and we've got to be really careful with her. Otherwise, she'll undo all that good work that we've done. All right, we'll see you a bit later. Oh.
guess you could call this a house call to a place where, well, not everything is as it seems.
Chris is answering an unusual SOS from a film set in Melbourne.
And turn over. Rolling. Okay, and action.
A movie called Oddball is underway. It's about a colony of penguins which is saved and then protected by a Maremma guard dog. The call for help has come from concerned producer Richard Keddy, who's worried about one of the film's major stars.
We've had a few issues with the animals, in particular one of our dogs. We've got an understudy dog, Miko, who got really, really sick. We don't know, we think he's picked up a bug or something.
That way. Yeah, good boy.
The welfare of the dog is everything to us. It's like welfare of our actors. He's one of our key actors. So if something happens to our dogs, our movie stops.
Richard, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you too. G'day.
How are you?
All right.
Hey, Kai.
This isn't the dog you worry about. I mean,
No,
he looks fine.
No, not this one. It's his understudy.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's the one that's having a little bit of a problem at the moment.
Okay. All right, where is this dog you're worried about?
I've got him isolated from this one, so we can go and have a look if you like.
No worries.
All right. Okay, come on, let's go. Good boy.
It is a big concern for me because, you know, nobody wants to see an animal sick. But also, yeah, I'm very close to Miko. To see him sort of go down so quickly, it was a real concern.
Good boy. Just over the last few hours, Miko has had a lot of vomiting and a lot of diarrhoea. It's come on quickly too. So he's normally pretty lively.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. At home, he just runs around like a loony. He loves playing. Yeah, no, he's very, very active at home.
So this is very quiet for him.
This is very quiet. Yeah.
So something's obviously stirred him up pretty severely.
Mm.
And you can see, you know, whatever it is knocking the wind out of him. While it's not uncommon to see cases of vomiting and diarrhoea, when they come on quickly like this, they are cause for concern because this can be a sign of something a lot more serious, like pancreatitis, or even, in a big dog like Miko, a twisted stomach.
Australian Reptile Park General Manager Tim Faulkner is also answering an SOS.
I've had a call from a mate, Dan. He's about half an hour away from the reptile park up in the mountains, researching frogs. And he called me and said since it started raining a few nights ago, he's had some unexpected visitors. Exactly who those visitors are or what they are, he wouldn't tell me. I'm on my way up there now.
Tim is on his way to the Wattigan State Forest to meet up with evolutionary biologist Daniel O'Brien.
G'day, boys.
How you going, Tim?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Hey, g'day. Well, I'm intrigued. What's going on?
Oh, all this rain, it's brought out some creepy crawlies, your time stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you've been looking at your frogs?
Yep, last 4 months.
And some of my mates have turned up.
Yep, I don't want to touch them.
We talking 8 legs or no legs?
8 legs, mate.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right, well, where's the site?
Just up here, mate.
Yeah?
Daniel has been studying the breeding habits of the red-backed toadlet for the past 4 months.
So the frogs up here are so unique that the way they breed is pretty unknown to most scientists. So I'm up here to really understanding how these frogs are able to manage to breed successfully in such unpredictable environments.
But in the last few days, some very dangerous intruders have been caught up in Daniel's traps.
First trap?
First trap. So...
Hey, what's going on? The first thing I notice is you're not putting your hand in there.
There's no way I'm putting my hands in these traps.
I thought we were just looking at frogs.
Yeah, frogs, plus a million other things.
Look at that.
Mate, this is why you're here.
We checked the first trap, and it all makes sense. Now I know why he's got me here. Funnel web spiders are coming out now it's rain, and they're getting into his pitfall traps. Not exactly what you want to find when you're researching a toadlet. So you're looking at certainly Australia and possibly the world's deadliest spider.
Jesus.
Hey?
So when that funnel web rears up, you can clearly see how big its fangs are and almost see the venom just dripping off the end of them. So there's no doubt in my mind that if one of those was to latch onto your finger, it'd pump you full of venom.
In the few hours before this all came on, where was he?
He was back at home.
Yeah.
Been out in the paddock for a run in the morning, came straight here. So yeah, it's a bit of a mystery as to why he suddenly got this bug of some sort.
Yeah.
Chris is on a movie set in Melbourne. He's trying to find out what has caused Miko, one of the film's major stars, to suddenly become ill.
While it's not uncommon to see cases of vomiting and diarrhoea, they are cause for concern. If I'm going to be any chance of working out exactly what's going on with Miko, he needs a full check right now. Let's just have a listen. I just want to have a bit of a listen up around his belly here and see what his digestive system's doing. By listening with the stethoscope, I'm actually trying to hear those little gut sounds. How often those sounds occur tells me how well Miko's gut is performing. Okay, so the first thing I can tell you here is that his intestines are contracting a little bit more quickly than we'd normally expect.
Okay.
While a normal dog should have a gut sound about every 3 seconds, Miko's gut is constantly churning. The sounds never seem to stop. We're just looking for any signs of pain that he might show as I just squeeze him in the front part of his belly, around where his stomach and liver is. He's just ducking his head a little bit there. Yep. And shying away when I do that. So given where he's a bit sensitive, which is in the middle part of his belly, that's around where most of his intestines are. So I feel like we can probably localise the issue to there at the moment. Okay, let's get a temperature from him as well. What that's going to tell us is if he's got a serious infection going on in that area, or whether it's just something internal that's upset his stomach, essentially.
Good boy.
So 38.3. So it's a normal temperature, which is good news.
Yeah.
Without any pain around his pancreas and with a normal temperature, we can rule out pancreatitis and any sort of serious infection. So what we're left with is essentially gastroenteritis. The most common cause of that is Miko eating something he shouldn't. In the paddock this morning having his walk, he's probably picked up some poo or a little bit of something that was dead.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a swallow of it, thought, geez, that tasted nice, but tasting it the second time wasn't so good. So his body hasn't liked it, and now it's trying to get rid of it. Miko's going to get 2 treatments from me. First of all, an injection to settle his stomach and stop that feeling of nausea. And then secondly, he's going to get some liquid, which goes through his digestive system, coats everything, and calms it all down.
There you go. Oh, look at that.
Jeez, the training's paid off.
Good boy. Now that Chris has checked him out thoroughly, he'll be ready to go in 24 hours, and that is a big relief.
Obviously, no water for a few more hours, and if he just rests, I think it'll be the best possible thing for him.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Chris.
Lee.
All right.
No worries.
Catch you later. See you.
Cheers.
Come on, mate. Good boy. All right.
Look at that. Now I know why you're not putting your fingers in there.
There's no way.
Look at him. That's a male funnel web spider.
Tim is at the Wattigan State Forest, about 30 minutes from the Australian Reptile Park.
That is a big boy.
He's responding to a call for help from Daniel, a researching biologist who's been finding funnel web spiders in his frog traps.
It's understandable that Dan doesn't want to bump into funnel webs in his traps. They're Australia and arguably the world's deadliest spider. If he puts his hand in to grab out a toadlet and gets a nip from a funnel web, he's in real strife. If I can use one of your containers and some tongs, I might show you how to catch him safely without putting your fingers in there. I'll take whatever we catch today home, and please, if you get more, we want them.
Okay, you can keep them.
I'm really happy to see funnel webs here, and that's because the reptile park is the sole supplier of funnel web venom to make anti-venom. Anyone that gets bitten by a funnel web spider in Australia, their life is saved because of the spiders we milk at the reptile park. I find a honey pot like this, that's a good day. First, just put a little bit of moist earth. That's enough. And you should just be able to scoop him up without even flicking him.
Oh, yeah.
And then just keep your fingers away. Sometimes they get their legs on the outside. Put him down in there. One funnel web spider. You think we're going to get a few?
Oh, I reckon we can get a few after this rain.
Jeez, I hope so.
Every day I have to be out here sticking my hands in these buckets, possibly risking myself with these funnel web spiders. So if I can learn how to bottle these up and get them back to the reptile park, I'll probably save myself a bite or two.
In Melbourne, Chris is on the set of Oddball, a movie about a Victorian penguin colony which is protected from foxes by a farmer and his Maremma guard dog.
Great!
He's just treated Miko, one of the film's major stars. But before he leaves, he wants to meet 6 other noisy little performers.
How you going?
Good. How are you going?
Yeah, all right. The small stars, huh?
Small stars, yeah.
The penguins have travelled from SeaWorld on the Gold Coast to work on the movie.
I'll try to get him over this way so you can hop over the fence. Come on, guys.
In all, there are 6 little penguins on this movie set, and they all have their own personalities, and all those personalities have to be managed by someone. And that someone is Katie.
As animal trainers, it's important to make sure that you watch how they look, how they're behaving, their mobility every morning.
They look like they enjoy their fish.
They love their pilchards.
I'm not saying they're fat, I'm just saying they look in good, healthy condition.
That's our goal. That's our goal. Have happy, healthy birds. Yeah, we're pleased. We're pleased with how they're doing, and I think it's been a challenge, and I think it's a nice learning curve for us to see how much they're capable of.
Not only do they look, they look shiny and they look like they're in great condition, but it's the level of activity and just how mentally aware they are.
Yeah.
They're very inquisitive and always looking around for the next adventure.
Exactly. That's how it appears to us, too. They seem very happy and healthy and really relatively unstressed as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Sure, you can tell a lot about a penguin just by looking at the condition of them, and these guys are certainly looking well fed. They've got nice, thick plumage, and they're shiny, which is usually a good indication of health. But also, there's something else I look at. I just watch them and see how they behave. And at the moment, you can see they're really moving as a group. They're inquisitive and they're interested in their environment, which is always a good sign, because an active mind in penguins is a healthy mind.
They're having a good time. I think it's a bit of fun and diverse, and they're doing all right. They're doing all right, yeah.
And now these pint-sized stars are heading back to work.
Come on, guys, come on. Chips, come on, eat it. Come on.
It's not every day that you're called out to be the vet on a film set. For me now, it's a wrap.
Great! That was great.
What a wonderful spot.
Just up here, mate.
In the Wattigan State Forest, Tim is checking research traps for funnel web spiders.
Nobody home?
Nothing in that one.
Next one.
Continue on.
Heavy rains have lured the dangerous creepy crawlies into the pits, which are meant to catch redback toadlets.
Anyone home?
All right, we'll see what we get in this bucket.
We've got a frog and a spider.
Jeez.
We've got both in the same bucket. The first thing that comes to my mind is, have you ever seen a frog hurt from a spider?
Not once.
I think the funnel web venom, I know it's dangerous to humans and invertebrates. Maybe it doesn't affect the frog.
But in the same sense, those frogs have their own toxins that they secrete through their skin that makes them distasteful to predators, so...
An uneasy truce.
Yep, that's it.
I'll get the spider.
Let's get him out of there.
You get your frog. That's another spider for me. I'm a happy boy.
Rightio, now I feel comfortable to put my hand in there.
Yeah. Put that in there. What do you got there?
So this is a little male, it looks like. So these ones have a unique ventral marking, so we can tell who's who.
Look at that.
Amazing, isn't it?
The redback toadlet's just beautiful, and I've never seen one before. It's obvious where they get their name from. But contrasting to that is that Dan flips it over and the pattern on the belly is black and white. And it's like a fingerprint. They're all unique and individual, and that's how he identifies each toadlet.
So we'll process now. Do you want to be scribe?
Yeah, love to.
Sweet.
3.3 grams.
We'll just get a measurement, and that's 33 millimetres. All right, that's good. So we'll release this one.
Okay. So just a scratch here's fine?
Yep, that's good.
With the frog safely released, there's one last trap for Tim to check.
Last trap?
Oh, one more, see what we get.
Oh, I can already see
Oh,
somewhere.
there he is.
Another spider. Come on, buddy. Spider number 3.
Done and dusted.
Well, mate, they're precious to me, fair income they are, and if you keep catching them now you know how, I'd come up here and pick them up day after day.
Well, I'm sure I can keep them coming.
Yeah, please. Very important for us.
No worries.
I'm happy. I've got 3 spiders. That's not bad for a morning's work. They'll come back with me now to the reptile park and they'll become a part of our venom program. See you, mate.
See you, Tim.
Come on, buddy. He is vicious. He's not going to have any trouble milking. As soon as I touch a leg or you hit that surface, boom, he's up, fangs showing. That's exactly what we want.
Back at the park, Tim is about to take on one of the most dangerous jobs, milking a funnel web spider.
The Australian Reptile Park is the sole supplier of funnel web antivenom. We keep up to 300 funnel webs at any one time, and that's because it can take up to 1,000 milkings to make 1 ampule of antivenom.
Today's contributor to the venom bank is one of the lethal spiders Tim took from the Wattigan State Forest.
Our little mate here today is a male funnel web spider, and although he is much smaller than females, he's 5 times more toxic, which makes him 5 times more dangerous. This is how we extract the venom. So this is a glass cylinder, and this pipe leads to a small vacuum. So what we actually do is when the spider rears up, there we go, there's venom on the end of the fang. There we go, and I've got it. It's only a small amount, but it all adds up. In that is the venom of 1,000 spiders, and we're now sending that off to the Commonwealth Serum Laboratories to be made into antivenom. So now, Dan's Redback Toadlet research program is helping our life-saving antivenom program. I'm glad he called.
All right. Come on, Tora, come on. I need to get you on a table and have a look.
Next day at SASH, little survivor Tora is continuing to show improvement.
So Tora's looking really good after surgery. I've just got to check her again now, but I think she's just about right to go home. That feels good. That's very good, isn't it? It's nice and smooth when I'm moving it around. It's not crunching at all like it was before, and that tells me that it's all sitting together really nicely, so I'm pretty happy. All right, Tora, time to go home. Hey, you going to see your mum?
It's been an emotional ordeal for all of Tora's family. They can't wait to be reunited with the courageous pup.
I'm looking forward to having a home where I can just have her in my lap each day and give her all the cuddles she needs for a long time to come.
Where's your mum? That's the most important thing. Who dat? Who dat? Settle, pedal, settle. Don't run around too much.
She's so crazy.
Yeah, I know. She's a little happier than she was when she got here.
She's looking really good. She's looking like our puppy again, jumping all over the place. So it's, yeah, really good to see.
Everyone is thrilled with Tora's progress, but there's still a long recovery ahead.
It'll be a couple of months before I'll say to you, go off and she can do anything.
Yeah.
Because we've got to let the bone get much stronger, and it'll take a little while, again, just because of the type of fracture it is and her age. But, you know, so far so good. So I'm as happy as I could be, really, considering what we had. She's done really well. Tora's a really lucky dog. Another couple of days and we wouldn't have been able to do anything for her. But now she's got a great chance of being able to lead a normal life, and that's just a fantastic ending for Tora and Sarah.
Thanks very much.
All right. That's a pleasure. Give me a call if you've got any worries. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll see you in about 10. Oh! Bye-bye, Charlie. It's obvious that the whole family is really thankful and grateful, but for me, the best thanks of all is that little handshake from Talia.
Thanks,
all right,
Andrew.
cheers.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Chris's break on remote Christmas Island, northwest of Australia, is about to be cut short.
Hello, Chris speaking. All right, look, I'll get there as soon as I can. You guys are gonna have to wait.
Chris has been called away from witnessing the annual crab migration to help another one of Christmas Island's unique animals, the endangered seabird called the Abbott's booby.
Even though the name is pretty comical, the plight of the Abbott's booby is actually very serious. This is their only home on Christmas Island and there aren't too many of them left. So if one of them is in trouble, it makes sense that with no other vets on the island, they help it out.
Hi.
How are you? It's Tanya, right?
Chris, yeah. Tanya.
How are you?
Thanks for coming.
That's all right. Is that Bill I can hear in there?
That is Bill, yep. Sounds a little bit cranky this morning.
All right, well, let's have a look.
Cool, come on in.
Ranger Tanya Dito has been caring for Bill since the young female booby was brought into the National Park headquarters unable to fly.
What's the story with these guys here?
Yep, most of these are little red-footed booby chicks. They're fledglings. We got them as little fluff balls, fell out of their trees, and we've just been raising them until they can fly away.
You as well? Yep, sure.
Yep. And this is Bill.
Wow. Hello, Bill. There's a very good reason why I would always jump at seeing an Abbott's booby. There are only around about 10,000 of them left in the world. They're only ever found on or around Christmas Island.
So she came in with basically her right wing. The primary flight feathers just
not there.
Weren't there. We were hoping they'd grow out, but they never did. When we heard that Chris was coming over to Christmas Island, we thought it was a great opportunity to actually get Bill checked out properly and hopefully get some treatment for her.
So you've been, I guess, the reason she's still alive.
Yes, well, we've been feeding her and just looking after her.
Bill's incredibly lucky that someone actually found her at the time and then brought her to see Tanya, because Tanya now is her only lifeline.
She's obviously not happy here. She sees all the other birds fly off and gets a bit depressed.
Okay.
We're hoping you can help us do something for her.
I'll certainly try, because, you know, the mind's certainly willing, it's just the body's not really able at the moment,
she
is
certainly
it?
thinks she can fly.
Yeah.
With the Abbott's booby endangered, it's vital that birds like Bill be given every chance to return to the wild.
The fact that given certain circumstances, the entire population could be wiped out, it means you have to be incredibly careful with each and every bird.
Shush, 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 shush. It's okay.
Hey. Come on.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, Leslie has rushed in with little Patchy Girl.
They're going to look after you, aren't they?
Overnight, the Shih Tzu cross was struggling to breathe.
Patchy has been my buddy for 7 years. She has done so much for me. She's been there all the time beside me. But now it's my turn.
Leslie has been through a crippling illness, and Patchy Girl holds a very special place in her heart.
Yeah. She's visited me in hospital on numerous occasions to keep me in good spirits. I can't let it go. She's too important and too special.
This must be Patchy Girl.
Yes, this is Patchy Girl.
I'm Lisa.
Hi.
Come through.
Hi, Lisa.
Leslie is so emotional and she is so terrified at the prospect of losing her beloved dog. I just hope that she's got a condition that we can fix. What's happening?
Well, this morning at about 2:30, Patch started coughing and choking, and then it just got too severe that we thought, well, we've got to do something. I thought I was going to lose her.
And she looks like she's really wiped out, doesn't she? Hey, sweetheart.
She's definitely a mum's dog, and she barks if I'm not there.
She's been barking a lot?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
so she's been fed bones recently?
No.
And no chews or rawhide treats or anything that could have got stuck in there?
No.
Okay, we'll pop her up on the table.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Patchy Girl, let's have a look at your breathing, sweetheart. I'm looking at Patchy Girl now and she's very relaxed, but I can't ignore what Leslie has described. An episode where Patchy Girl was struggling to breathe, had a severe episode of coughing. Something is definitely going on with this dog. And what you're describing to me sounds like she may have a problem with her airways, so a problem potentially with her windpipe. The only way that I can work out what's going on is to take an X-ray of her neck and of her chest. Leslie's love for Patchy Girl is so strong. It's like she's her child. I'm really feeling the pressure on this one. You come with me.
Very precious package.
I know. All right. I won't be too much longer.
Okay, thank you.
Bill, is this a love bite? It's too early for that, come on.
Very quickly get bad.
On remote Christmas Island, northwest of Australia, Bill is giving the visiting vet a very warm welcome.
If I smell fishy, then I've got some serious problems.
But it's Bill the Abbott's booby that has the serious problem. The young rescue bird is missing critical flight feathers on her right wing.
The fact is, if a wild bird that relies on fishing to keep itself alive can't fly, then it can't survive. So your feeling is that when you first found her, she was fledging and was trying to fly for the first time?
We think so. We figure that she tried to fly, she couldn't with half a wing, and she made it onto the ground.
All right, it's probably time to have a good look at that wing and see what's happening. Got a nice curvature there, which is just like an aircraft wing and gives the lift, but we need the length of the wing.
Near the end.
We do, yeah. And that's where it all kind of goes wrong at the end here. The tip of the wing is probably the most important part because it's the anchor point for all the primary flight feathers that really give a bird like Bill a lot of their lift and keep them in the air for all that time. So we've got what looks to be a fair bit of scar tissue around here. We've got some bleeding here. There's a little bit of feather poking out there. That stump at the end of Bill's wing is clearly a problem area. It would be sore, it would be inflamed, and if it stays raw like this, it could be the site of quite a serious infection. So, the end of the wing, it is a mess. It's a bit of a war zone in here. I've got a suspicion I know what's happening with Bill's wing, but to know for sure, I'm going to have to compare the problem wing with the normal one. See, we're almost going out to the fence there, and that's almost a metre from her body, whereas out this side, we'd be lucky to be a half there. And the extra length is what we're missing. To be honest, I think the biggest challenge we're facing is the fact that there's nothing about the end of this wing that's normal.
Oh, poor Bill.
All right, honey, you're okay. There you go. Okay.
At SASH, Lisa is x-raying Patchy Girl to try and find out the cause of the little dog's severe breathing problems.
All right, let's have a look. She's got a collapsing trachea. Yeah, her windpipe, you can see, is tiny. When a windpipe collapses, it causes a dog to cough. It also prevents them from cooling down properly and can cause a lot of inflammation in their airways. In the very worst of cases, they're not going to be able to breathe properly, and that can be fatal. Hey, sweetheart, let's get you set up in a bed, okay? A collapsing windpipe normally shows up in middle age to older dogs, and Patchy Girl is a relatively young dog. If she's this bad now, I doubt she'll live a long life. You're okay, darling.
Lisa now has the tough task of breaking the news to Patchy Girl's distraught owner, Leslie.
So, Patchy Girl's x-rays show me that she does have a condition called a collapsing trachea or a collapsing windpipe. Okay, so when Patchy Girl breathes, her windpipe is floppy and it snaps shut and it's not letting much air in. So what you were describing was a very acute episode of it that was probably brought on by maybe barking too much, and unfortunately because it's a degenerative condition, it will get worse over time. There are only two real options for Patchy Girl. Manage her medically, which is not guaranteed, or place a stent under anaesthetic that is going to keep her windpipe open and hopefully prevent this from ever happening again. So you're happy to go ahead with the procedure?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let's go through and see her.
Okay. She deserves this surgery because of what she's given to us in our lives. To save her life, it's the most important thing. Hello. Oh, come on. Oh, you've been through so much today. You got a bit more to go. Okay. It's nothing worse to see your dog not being able to breathe. It's horrible. I know she's in good hands, but seeing her little face there it was difficult. Yeah, very difficult to say goodbye.
You can call us anytime.
All right.
Okay. Don't look back.
So if we can clean up the tip of this wing here for her and get it to the stage where it doesn't have any ingrown feathers, where there's no infection, where there's no irritation, we start to give her a really good chance of growing these feathers out. Now, I actually do need what's in there.
On Christmas Island, Bill isn't the only one vying for attention from the visiting vet.
How's this going to work? You can stand there and watch. Okay, and I'll get this. Thank you. We happy now? Good. Right.
Bill, the Abbott's booby, can finally get some treatment for her badly deformed wing.
So what I might do first of all is just put a little bit of local anaesthetic into this stump.
I don't feel anything after this.
Chris can now clean away any broken and ingrown feathers.
See, this is really the problem. This one here,
Broken inside.
it made a good start, but now you can see it's broken on the inside, so we should take that one out. Even though some blood is appearing, that is actually a good sign. It's showing the blood supply to the tip of this wing is healthy. All right. It's all right. Okay. So that should now be a healthy bed that the feathers can now grow through.
But there's still no guarantee Bill will ever be able to fly properly. So Chris wants to make sure the young, energetic seabird gets some much-needed rehabilitation.
Bill lives in the bird equivalent of paradise. Fresh air, sunshine, lots of water and lots of fish. So surely there's a form of exercise that she can do that's going to be perfect. So, kayak. Do we have these? Can we source them?
I actually have a kayak, yes.
It turns out Tanya has a kayak. Kayaks go in seawater, so do birds. I think she's already excited about it.
She looks pretty keen.
Hey, it's your big day. I know, honey. All right. Now we're going to try and fix that windpipe of yours.
At SASH, Patchy Girl is being anaesthetised so the team can work out the best way to repair her collapsed windpipe.
Okay, good. How are you?
How's the patient?
She's ready for you.
Good, good.
Medicine vet Dr. Justin Wimpole needs to insert a camera into the 7-year-old's trachea to see if a stent can be inserted.
All right, let's do it.
This will hopefully open up Patchy Girl's chronically narrow airway and help the little dog to breathe.
A stent is a device that will keep Patchy Girl's windpipe open. Placing a stent is a very, very risky procedure.
So we're just going having a look down her trachea. So I'd really like her to give a nice strong cough so we can see how much this trachea does collapse under pressure.
The image clearly reveals Patchy Girl's narrowed and inflamed airway.
You see the trachea is narrowed. It's just not collapsing as badly as I would expect, considering how much difficulty breathing she was having.
Having a stent put in is a big thing to go through if we're not seeing any evidence of it now.
Yeah, so there is some collapse, it's just not that severe.
It's now a race against time to work out what's going on with the little Shih Tzu cross.
Leslie is really nervous about this. It's not an easy thing to go through with your beloved dog, so I just hope that we have some good news for her at the end of the day.
Look at you now, huh?
On Christmas Island, Bill's first rehabilitation session is underway.
She's never looked happier.
She does like it out here.
Chris wants to see Bill out on the water, getting some much-needed exercise while her feathers grow.
There we go.
And you're away. There you go. This is hydrotherapy of a different kind. Bill's feet are churning through the water. You can see her really busily working to keep up with the kayaks. And that is exactly what I had in mind. See, the head's going under, she's preening. That's more like it.
Surfing booby. That's a happy booby.
You go for it.
There we go. Safe. It makes me really happy. Like, it's great to see her actually out and enjoying her life instead of being stuck up in the enclosure. And hey, Bill. I think she's definitely got a brighter future now than she did, so it's really good to see.
Hopefully things are looking a bit better for you. Yeah? Catch a few fish, grow a few feathers. You can send me the bill. Abbott's boobies can live quite long lives, up to 40 years. And in her case now, if she gets her exercise, she gets her mental stimulation, then ultimately, there's no reason why she can't live a long life, but importantly also, a happy one.
Time to go home.
All right, Bill. Home time, importantly.
Dinner time.
Feed time. Come on, let's go.
What's up, Justin? G'day, Andrew. How are you going? So we've got this little dog, Patchy Girl, who had severe respiratory distress, and she's got some tracheal collapse, but it's not. It's there, but it's not as severe as those symptoms suggest. So I could see her larynx working, but I'd just like you to
At SASH, Lisa and Justin have now called in specialist surgeon Dr. Andrew Marchevsky to look at Patchy Girl's voice box.
The actual larynx is working well, and the voice box is not collapsed and nice and strong, but yeah, those factors I think might be causing a bit of a problem.
Andrew is examining Patchy Girl's voice box and has found that the lining of her voice box has popped out, which is definitely contributing to her coughing and breathing problems.
So we could probably do something about that now if you want.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll go and get some tools.
Andrew is going to perform surgery on Patchy Girl's voice box to trim away the lining that has popped out, which will hopefully help her breathe better.
And I need you to hold her tongue right there. So what I'm going to do is I've got a very fine pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut away that tissue to get rid of the obstruction. And just drop her head a little bit, please, and point it that way a bit, please. Thanks. These pieces of tissue that I'm removing are not very big, but her airway is actually not very big either, so it doesn't take much to cause a big problem. So that's just one part of the lining that's popped out, so we've just cut that out of the way, and then we'll go and do the other side as well. Oops. All right, we can put the tube back now. That's definitely the procedure we needed to do with her. Her collapse just in her windpipe just wasn't bad enough for us to justify putting a stent in. But with that voice box being obstructed by those little flaps of the lining of the voice box, us getting them out of there will help her.
All right, little Patchy Girl. Hey, well, hopefully you'll be all better for your mum.
Have you got reinforcements?
We might need them.
What's going on?
Oh, you'll have to wait and see. Hand him his equipment, Rodney.
Hey, mate. Not bad, you.
You're going to need them.
We looking after an animal or maintenance?
You're doing a bit of grooming.
Hey, some grooming. Righto.
All right, we'll head up to the yards.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
After you.
Tim Faulkner is at the Hunter Valley Zoo about an hour from the Australian Reptile Park. He's been enlisted to help out good mate Jason with a mystery mission.
There's all kinds of different animals here, different species. Some are just beautiful, some really exotic, some a little bit big and nasty. I don't know what Jace is up to, but I know Jace well, and he's up to mischief.
He's in there. Have a squeeze.
He's going mad.
Yeah.
I peer through a little hole in the fence, and looking in I can see a beautiful and big male antelope. I've got a feeling that this task Jace has sprung on me involves catching him, but I've got no idea how.
I've got to trim up his hoofs, they're a little bit overgrown.
Fair enough, and how do we catch him?
Well, you grab the pointy end, and we'll look after the rest.
It's a black buck antelope, and because of the soft soil here, it's much softer than where they're naturally found, so their hooves don't wear down so much. And when that happens, they can splinter, they can crack, they can become infected, and be a big problem. So the goal today is to catch the antelope, restrain him, and trim his hooves.
Okay, Rodney.
But catching this wily Indian native won't be easy.
They have super long horns, about 600 mil long. They can jump 2 metres up in the air. It's going to be quite a dangerous operation.
Somehow I think we got the right house.
Chris is in Melbourne to try to sort out a problem with a very vocal cavoodle.
You, Lola? Hey? I'm told that Lola has some bad antisocial behaviour that needs addressing. I'm not so sure if this is it or if there's still more to come.
Hi, Chris. Come on in. She won't bite. There we go.
Hilarious.
I know. She's just got this little tiny...
Intimidating.
Owner Serena is desperate to find a cure for the 5-year-old's outrageous antics.
When people sit on our couch, she jumps up next to them and starts humping their arm.
I noticed that I've managed to get in through the gate, you know, thankfully with my life intact. There was no humping of legs.
She doesn't do the legs at all. It's just the arm when people are seated.
How long has she done this for?
She's 5 now, and probably since she was about 4 months old.
Okay. So it's always been a pretty big part of her.
It is.
Having my arm humped isn't anything I ever thought would be happening today. But if I am going to help out Lola and Serena, it is important I see Lola in action.
I can't believe I'm willingly putting myself in the hot seat, quite literally, but geez, I'm going to be offended if she doesn't do it.
So will I.
Oh, she's getting nervous. I'm getting nervous too. It's a good sign, right? This is just a foreplay.
I think so. I think so.
I'm sitting down. Lola's doing a lot of talking, but as for getting amorous, nothing so far.
She'd like it if I talk or just stay quiet?
Just, maybe just play with her a bit.
Hey.
She's growling, she's circling a bit. Lola wants his attention and she's just so loud.
All the pursuit of science, Lola, come on. I'm just going to sit back and just, you know.
There we go.
Wow. Career high point.
Jeez, he's moving.
He's lively, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to be a handful to catch, isn't he?
At the Hunter Valley Zoo, Tim needs to catch this feisty black buck antelope. The animal's dangerously long hooves are in desperate need of a trim.
I'm a bit nervous.
I would be.
Good to feel nervous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's an impressive animal, isn't he?
He is.
Let's get into it. Okay, Tim, he's going to make his way around. Yep, grab him by the horns. Yep, grab him by the horns. Well done, mate, well done. Get a hold of the other one. Yep. Up against the wall, yep, let's go.
Jeez.
You're right, he's strong, isn't he? Yep.
That's better.
Yep. Okay. Yep, we'll get these feet up. Hang on tight.
Now we've got him restrained, and Jace is on the back. He's up against the wall. Priority is keeping the antelope calm, safe, and as stress-free as possible. We put a blindfold straight on. Thank you. That just allows him to settle. He can't see what's going on around him. Then we can get the job done quickly, painless, and let him go. How's he look?
Yeah, just one side's a bit longer than the other, but we'll just shape that up and he'll be fine.
Rodney just knocks a bit off the end of each hoof, and that just keeps them nice and level, because if they're uneven, they can limp, one can grow more, can get out of control.
One toe's a bit long there. Righto, back's done.
The much-needed pedicure takes just a few minutes.
There we go. How's he look, mate?
Looks good, all done.
We've finished all the hoof trimming. Now we've got to get him released out of the yards, in with the girls safely.
Ready?
Okay, mate, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
All yours, mate.
Whoa.
Job well done.
Thanks, mate.
What'd you think of that?
Oh, I loved it.
That's
I was
good.
terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified. It's so unfamiliar for me, but, well, I felt like I caught him well.
You done well.
He's healthy,
well.
happy, and he's out with the girls.
He's good to go. Everything's gone great today, all gone to plan. I really appreciate Tim's help today. It's made it so much easier. He looks like he's settled in, mate, doesn't he?
He looks good. Hey, well, thanks for asking me.
No worries, mate. Thanks heaps for your help, mate. I'll walk you out, mate.
Yeah,
Let's go.
good on you.
I don't get paid enough for this.
In Melbourne, Chris is getting a full-on demonstration of Lola's disturbing behaviour with visitors.
I really don't get paid enough for this.
This is certainly not the typical house visit. When I first arrived and met Lola, she was all talk and no action. Now she's no talk and all action. And what action?
In many respects, it's fascinating to start with when you have a desexed female dog.
Yeah.
Not just desexed, but female.
Female.
Humping.
Yeah.
Because humping isn't something we normally associate with females at all.
A lot of people think that when they see a dog that's humping, then it automatically must be a sexual thing. Well, often it's not. So the crucial thing here is working out Lola's motivation.
I just want to try something.
Okay.
I'm making a lot of eye contact at the moment and she's not doing it. But we'll just see what happens when I go over here and look over here and start talking to no one in particular. And
Here we go.
look what happens.
I'm starting to wonder whether Lola's antics are actually her way of getting attention.
So there's really two things we have to look at. The humping, sure, because Lola, I hate to say, it's a little antisocial, a little forward, and the barking,
Yes.
because that's not exactly pleasant when you're sitting at home trying to relax. Thank you.
We can clown around and say this is funny, it's cute and it's engaging, but in fact I think it's about a dog that's in distress, and as her owner, I don't want that for my pet.
Dogs are very different inside versus outside. We need to get the whole Lola picture.
All right.
Could we go for a bit of a walk?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
The fact is, this behaviour does need to be controlled. So the whole idea now is to take her out of her territory and see what happens. Hopefully, that'll give me a clue about how I can fix it.
Hey Liz, come and check this out. Oh wow, you don't see that every day. Not at all.
A very peculiar looking creature has been handed into the Australian Reptile Park receptionist, Penny.
We should probably get Tim to have a look, yeah. Penny to Tim.
Go ahead, Pen.
Hey Tim, we have something here for you that you'd probably like to see.
Sounds interesting. What is it?
It's a bit of an odd one. You'll probably have to check it out for yourself. You're gonna freak.
Righto, I'll be down in a minute.
This is something I've never seen before. Tim's definitely going to be excited to see this one.
What have we got?
Hey, I think we've got a blue tongue lizard.
Holy moly. You do have a blue tongue, but it's got two heads. Look at that. Fair to say, in a long time in zoos, we've never seen that, hey?
Never.
This lizard is a real anomaly. I mean, it must be a chance of 1 in a million in the wild that something like this is born, and for it to have been found alive, well, spectacular.
Do you think he's gonna grow?
If he's got 2 independent brains and he can swallow and his body's all right, then he might live. It's great that someone found him and recognised that he was different and has brought him to us. Things like this in the wild, well, if they're disadvantaged even a little bit, the wild is harsh, and I don't think he would have survived out there.
What are you going to do?
Down to the vet, hey? We need an answer to know that he's not in pain or anything like that, and then we'll look after him. Looking at him, physically, he's okay. But I'm not a vet, and I guess I really need to know what's going on the inside. I'll take him down now. I'll let you know how I go when I get back.
Thanks, Tim.
Pete the vet, he's in for a surprise. I've taken him weird and wonderful things over the years, but never anything with two heads.
There's not a sound, is there?
No, she just really enjoys her walk. She just wanders along.
In Melbourne, Chris is trying an unusual approach in a bid to solve Lola's antisocial humping behaviour.
Butter wouldn't melt.
I know, she's like the perfect dog in public.
And this isn't what I expect from a dog that just put on such a show.
Yep.
And was so loud.
It's so incongruent, isn't it?
Mm.
It's really, the many shades of Lola.
The amazing thing is you take Lola out of the house where she feels like she has total control over everyone, and all of a sudden, we've got a different dog. There's no barking, and there's certainly no humping. With all sorts of behavioural problems that you see as a vet, I'd say the majority of them involve either dominance, territorial behaviour, attention seeking, pretty much those three. Mm-hmm. She's actually got all three of those.
She's the trifecta.
She is. Yeah. This double life that Lola's leading, where she's well behaved outdoors but poorly behaved indoors, it's not fooling me. Even though this has only been a short walk, it's given me enough time to come up with a solution that I'm pretty sure is going to end Lola's humping ways forever. I'm going to meet you back at your place with my solution.
Alrighty, thanks, Chris.
I'll see you soon.
Come on, pups.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hello, Tim.
I know I don't have an appointment, but do you have time for a special little friend of mine?
Tim has arrived at the Green Cross Vet Clinic, about 5 minutes from the Australian Reptile Park.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
He's hoping Dr. Peter Nosworthy can provide some more clues about this very unusual two-headed blue-tongue lizard.
I've never seen a lizard like this before, and I'm worried about how it's going to survive. I'm just going to have a look in his mouth for a moment.
One blue tongue.
Everything looks all right in there. All right, mate, let's have a look on the other side. Yeah, OK. Superficially, from what I can see, they both look normal.
Is it possible that both heads work and swallow and...
I'm sure it is, yeah. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be. I'd like to take an X-ray of its spine to see that it has got, something that runs from the back of one of its heads down through until the tail. X-rays. I would then like to pass a tube down both mouths to see which one goes down to the stomach or whether they both do, out of interest, and see which one we should be feeding, or can we feed both? OK.
What do you got? One or two brains?
I think we have only got one brain, Tim.
One brain, two heads?
One brain, yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
And the rest of the body looks healthy?
Normal.
Normal? Wow.
Normal. From two heads backwards, he's normal.
The X-rays are done, and Pete's happy. But what he wants to see now is what actually happens when he puts a tube down the throat. Do both mouths feed through to the stomach? Mouth open.
Mouth open.
Pete puts the tube down one side, and it feeds back to the belly. He then goes to the other head, and it does the same. Now that means both mouths are intact and working.
OK.
So that's good.
He can swallow both sides. Both sides will run down into the abdomen.
It's a great result, but before Tim leaves, there's one more thing that needs to be addressed.
What are you going to call him?
How about Janus?
Janus?
Yeah, it was the Roman god of new beginnings. He had two faces.
Janus?
Janus, yeah.
Well, that's lovely. One lizard, one brain with two heads.
New
Janus.
start, Janus.
I love it. I'm going to take him home, try and get him feeding, get him strong, and hopefully he can live a normal life.
Hello. Yes, the game's up.
In Melbourne, Chris is about to dish out some tough love to Lola.
How Serena has put up with Lola's behaviour for all this time, I have absolutely no idea, but I'm quite sure she's really going to appreciate the solution that I've got in mind. Let me guess. Yep.
Yep.
Right back to where it all began. So, I've come up with something that is going to change the rules around here.
Okay.
It's high tech. Highly expensive.
Right.
It's going to blow your mind. You ready?
I'm totally ready. A leash.
A dog leash.
Right. We have one of those. Yes.
This one is now her inside leash.
Right.
The idea behind an inside leash is actually pretty simple. It gives Serena back her control and means she can correct Lola without touching her, without talking to her, without giving her any attention whatsoever. So, the moment the bad behaviour starts,
Yep.
get the end of the leash,
Yep.
haven't looked at her, haven't talked to her, and now get hold of her. And we walk her, whether she likes it or not, in here. And shut the door.
Right. So Chris puts her in the laundry. She's in there for 3 or 4 minutes. Not a peep out of Lola, which is so unusual. Okay.
So we'll go back up here.
Okay.
I can't believe it. We have silence. Immediately, there's not a lot of interest.
I think Chris has nailed it, and it's down to me to help her with this.
So it's the start.
It is. It's a great start.
And let's hope that is all it needs.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Serena.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I was expecting a result, but this is pretty much instantaneous. All of a sudden, Serena is now back in control, all thanks to a leash. A lot of people think leashes are just for outdoors, but indoors, they can be pretty effective too.
Hey, you want to say goodbye? No, I think she's over you. It was beautiful while it lasted.
It was special. I'll never forget you, Lola. Thank you.
See you, Chris.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Hey, come here. Say goodbye.
Well, that's his home, at least for the next little while, until he gets established and starts eating and gets bigger and stronger.
Tim is helping Janice, the blue-tongue lizard, to settle into his new home at the Australian Reptile Park.
I don't know if he's ever eaten since he was born, so I'm actually going to try and just force a little bit into him, and maybe that'll give him a taste for it, and tomorrow or in the days to come, it'll stimulate him to start feeding by himself. My little mate. I'm just going to gently pry open his mouth, just put a bit in, just get a little bit of food in there. That's it, good boy. He's eating it. He's licking it. That's fantastic, he knows what to do. Good boy. Let's try head number 2. Same again. That's a good fella. When I was down at the vet's, Pete said he's got a good response in the mouth. He sure does. He's swallowing that food from both heads. The last thing I'm going to do is actually try a little cricket. Okay, that's it, mouth's open. Cricket's in. Look at that. He's eating. Beautiful. In the wild, he wouldn't have survived. At least here, we can give him a chance. That'll be a good little home for you, mate. You got everything you need in there.
Hey, sweetie pie. You're a good girl.
At SASH, it's been just 24 hours since Patchy Girl had surgery on her voice box.
You look so good, hey? Let's take a look at you.
The little Shih Tzu cross has made an amazing recovery.
I think it's home time for you. I do.
Devoted owner Leslie is desperate to see her precious girl.
It's incredible. I just can't wait to see her.
Let's go see Mum.
Huh? Let's go.
I cried as soon as I got home knowing she wasn't there because I've never, ever, ever been away from Patchy Girl and she's never been away from me.
Look who's there.
Hello, 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 Patchy Girl. Oh, yes.
When Patchy Girl sees Leslie, she just nestles into her arms. She knows she's safe with Leslie and she is so happy to be finally going home.
You look just so much better. And you know that everyone's looked after you, haven't they?
It's a pleasure, Patchy.
Absolutely thrilled with the outcome. Really, really thrilled. It's a good girl. Oh, that's lovely.